What's up, everybody? My name is Penguinos007 here today for another reaction video with your hosts, Penguin and
23.
Now we have a request. We got a request by Alucard Lolly. He's been around here in the comment section, wanting us to do Wiki weekends. So life keeps kicking the scorpion when it's down. Remember, if you have any requests for reaction videos, we will do them. Just leave a comment down below. The only reason why I'm like, do I really want to watch this guy anymore is because he had a video after the election saying, if you voted for Trump, stop watching all my videos. I'm like, I don't want to watch someone who's A, a dick, B, he's fucking British, he doesn't live in fucking America, you know? And you're judging, like, I hate people who judge people for what they vote for. It's, get the fuck out of here, you know, with that shit. You know what I'm saying, Nether? Yeah. You just not give a shit?
Yep.
Anyways, let's get to see life keeps kicking the scorpion when he's already down.
So, far away, Lucas. What are we talking about today?
We're talking about Matt Gargan.
Scorpion. So, far away, Lucas, as you often do, would you like to explain to the lovely audience at home the topic of today's Wiki Weekend?
Yes, as I mentioned earlier, we are talking about Matt Gargan, also known in the Spider-Man Rogues Gallery as Scorpion.
Yes, and we'll be referring specifically to the Marvel Wiki, a link to which you can find below. And we'll start, as we often do, at the beginning. And it starts with the real name of the Scorpion, which is McDonald Matt Gargan.
McDonald?
Now, with a name like that,
Yep.
just doomed to supervillainy. He's too lame to do anything else in the Marvel Universe. Like, he's never going to be a hero, so he's either going to be random bystander number 3 or a villain, and he chose the villain route, and I respect him for it. Current alias, Scorpion. Aliases, let's see if we get any bad names out of this one, shall we? Captain Overbite, not very strong so far. Kidnapper, Spider-Man, then Scorpion, then Ian Venom. So he must have been Venom for a bit.
Why is one just
Spider-Man.
Kidnapper?
Kidnapper.
Maybe that's what his first job was. Just Kidnapper number 3. I told you he moved up in the world. And then we have editorial.
He did.
Editorial names, formerly the Sinister Spider-Man. And then relatives, the Venom Symbiote. Oh. I guess they are related if he bonds with his DNA. He has no other relatives. Man, that must make his Christmas shopping real easy. Just some Spider-Man themed merch for Venom and he's done. Anyway, so we have characteristics. Gender, male. Well, he would be with that tail, wouldn't he? Height, 6'2". Weight, 220 pounds or 99.79 kilos. A few metric lovers. Eyes, brown. Hair, shaved. Unusual features. So this one's going to be a fun one, because I'm guessing the word biomechanical scorpion costume are going to be listed somewhere here. So we have, scars on his cheeks from when Spider-Man ripped his jaw off.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah, that happened. Yeah, there's one comic where Dr. Octopus is inside Spider-Man's brain, controlling Spider-Man, and he punches Scorpion in the face, and he doesn't realise how strong Spider-Man actually is and knocks his jaw off.
Oh!
And then he realises all these years, Spider-Man could have killed any one of us at any point if he just tried. And it's super scary. So he says here, when bonded with the Venom and Maniac symbiotes, he was bonded with 2 at once, that's got him. The symbiote granted him elongated jaws, fangs, claws, and a prehensile tongue. He doesn't actually mention his weird scorpion costume. I'm kind of annoyed about that. Which means he must be able to take it off.
I think he can, yeah.
Yeah, because I think it might be the Rhino who's bonded with the costume.
Yeah.
Unless you're talking about Amazing Spider-Man.
Where it's just a robot suit worn by Paul Giamatti, who's like, I just want my fucking paycheck.
Yeah.
So origin is a human mutate. So Matt Gargan underwent superhuman augmentation to become the Scorpion. History, we're not going to really go much into the history, but we do need to mention just a little bit because there's one factoid about Scorpion's life I adore. But we'll start with a quote from Scorpion himself. You don't have to ask Smythe, killing the spider's always been our idea of fun. But after what he did to me, to us, we won't leave enough for him to bury. So I'm assuming that's after he got his jaw knocked off.
Maybe,
after he bonded with the symbiote, because that would probably annoy you. We have early life. So a former private investigator, Matt Gargan, was hired by J. Jonah Jameson to find out how Peter Parker was able to get such incredible photos of Spider-Man. Gargan's efforts to locate Peter in order to find the truth triggered Parker's spider sense, making him easily avoidable every time. So, yeah, already off to a pretty poor start. What do we have here? Frustrated, Jameson decided to pay Gargan, and I quote, $10,000 to be the subject of an experiment. The experiment, created by Dr. Farley Stillwell, a researcher in animal mutation, which endowed the subject with the characteristics of another animal. Unfortunately, the process resulted in the loss of Gargan's sanity and the creation of the super-powered criminal menace known as the Scorpion.
Oh, God.
Over the years, Scorpion fought and was bested by Spider-Man many times. Most of these confrontations were the result of Spider-Man stopping an attempt on the life of Jameson, who Gargan hated even more than Spider-Man. Scorpion even attacked Jameson on his wedding day.
Oh!
Can you imagine? You're walking down the aisle with the woman you're going to pledge yourself to the rest of your life, and then a man in a Scorpion costume runs in and tries to kill you.
You're not allowed to be happy.
The guy you have been on a crusade to out as a menace runs in and saves you in front of your entire wedding party.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about like Scorpion's backstory, because they mention it briefly in the games, don't they? The Spider-Man PS4 game that we're playing through on my channel now. Check it out. Where like J. Jonah James is like eating some crow. He's like, yes, I did pay Matt Gargan to become the Scorpion to hunt down Spider-Man, but that doesn't make me a bad guy. He's like, he fucking does. He kills so many people.
Oh, God, it's so bad.
But you can tell as well, though, that was like really early in the comics. Because like, oh, wow, $10,000. That's a huge, life-changing amount of money for anybody. Like, today, that wouldn't even fucking cover his medical bills. Like his Scorpion-related medical bills, man. I like this. Just as a quick section here, it's simply titled Captain America. Gargan was hired to follow Agent Sharon Carter of S.H.I.E.L.D., but this led to a confrontation with Captain America, and he was easily defeated. I like that. Like the first 3 parts of his entire history, he was hired to do a thing, he failed. He was hired to do a thing, he failed. He was hired to do a thing, he fucking failed. So maybe stop being a criminal. You're not very good at it. So we'll move on to personality. As a private investigator, Mac was skilled enough to garner the attention of J. Jonah Jameson, even if he was a little greedy. After his transformation into the Scorpion, though, most of his previous personality, and I quote, went out of the window due to the mutagenic process reshaping his mind.
Oh, God, that's rough.
And all that was left was continually influenced by, and again I quote, the predatory instincts of a Scorpion. So we have powers and abilities. This is always where the fun stuff is. So, as the Scorpion, McDonald Gargan possesses all the powers of a Scorpion. Well, I could have guessed that. As the Scorpion, McDonald Gargan possesses all the powers of a Scorpion. No shit, what are they? Let's find out. When he acquired the Venom Symbiote, he retained some of his Scorpion-like powers and was granted the additional powers of the Venom Symbiote, granting him several abilities similar to Spider-Man. Due to the removal of the symbiote, Gargan now has been reduced to his original Scorpion power. His powers are superhuman strength. He's currently able to lift approximately 15 tons, and as such, can easily overpower humans. Yeah, no shit. I want to say, Lucas, a man who can lift 15 tons can probably overpower a normal man.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I don't think you need to say that. Like, they do this all the time in these articles, and it always cracks me up. It's like, yeah, you can uproot trees and use them as a melee weapon. You can also overpower humans. Oh, yeah. Normal humans can't uproot trees. It kind of implies. So he has superhuman speed. Gargan can run and exercise at superhuman speeds. His overall body equilibrium is also heightened, although he isn't nearly as fast as speedsters. He has been shown to outrun vehicles, which must be terrifying. You look in your rearview mirror and you see a man in a giant Scorpion costume running after you. And then you look in your back seat and go, oh no, what's he after? And you see J. Jonah Jameson, you see on the front, just married. Oh no. Superhuman durability. Gargan has superhuman durability. The Scorpion suit was capable of shielding Gargan from bullets from small arms weapons firing conventional ammunition. He's also able to survive heavy impacts and blunt force trauma without sustaining injury. So he's like somewhat strong, but he's not on like a ridiculous level like other villains and heroes.
Yeah.
Well, this all sounds fairly mundane so far, doesn't it? And it's weird considering he's a giant green Scorpion man. No!
Siri, stop.
Oh God, what's Siri? How does she hear me say giant green Scorpion man's like, yes, he clearly needs my help.
To be fair, if I heard you saying giant green Scorpion man, I figured you might be in danger.
That's fair enough, yeah. So, well, here's one, Lucas. Wall crawling. Gargan is capable of adhering to solid surfaces, much like Spider-Man, though he typically punches holes in walls to use his hand and foot holes. So he can crawl on walls, but just to be a dick to the architect, punches his way in anyway.
Amazing.
Those
we have
poor
here,
people.
His list of powers as Venom, but we've already done a wiki weekend on Venom, and it's just those powers again. So go look up that if you want to find out the specific powers of Venom. But one that is innate to Scorpion as Venom is this one, which is the Symbiote generated tail. So the symbiote was able to replicate the Scorpion's tail. This new tail possessed all the powers of his original tail, as well as the ability to project organic webbing and deadly venom. Oh, God, that was so scary.
Hell.
That also looked really weird.
That would, yeah.
Like this long, thin tendril firing white, sticky fluid at you.
Ugh.
Yeah, not a good image. At least if you can, find a comic panel of that so we can all see how creepy it looks. So we have here that abilities, investigative prowess before he became a Scorpion, or the third Venom. McDonald's Gargan was a detective with some investigative skills.
Only some.
That's so rough. Like, these are his powers and his abilities. It's like he's all right. It says
He's
here one of his
all right.
abilities is being a formidable opponent, which I don't believe, considering every other line we've read today is, oh yeah, he got his ass beat instantly by someone who wasn't trying.
Yeah.
He has not
Weaknesses.
yet had.
Genetic
Where's his
defects.
victory? I don't
Due
see
to
a
his
single
genetic
one.
mutation being unstable, without his Scorpion suit, Gargan would die.
Oh no.
So he needs. No wonder he's single. That's a really tough sell on Tinder, isn't it? It's like, yeah, like I can walk around without my Scorpion suit, but I need it to live.
Oh God.
Oh no, Lucas. His other weaknesses include paralysis. After having his spine broken by Carnage, Gargan was left unable to move his legs.
Oh no.
That's so wrong.
Oh, God.
Why is this entire thing just dunking? I thought, oh, he's a cool villain. He's a weird Scorpion man. I'm sure he can do lots of neat, interesting things. Like, no, he's shit and got his spine broke. He can't walk and he has to wear a Scorpion costume all the time.
Oh, he'll
Oh,
die.
God. Sorry. Oh. One of his other weaknesses as well is his missing lower jaw. So Otto Octavius, who at the time was impersonating Spider-Man, punched Max so hard it knocked his jaw clean off his head. Consequently, Gargan can no longer speak or eat properly.
No.
Oh no! Oh, I'm so
No,
sorry.
Jesus.
I'm so sorry, Scorpion. So, Lucas, let's just collect ourselves and go over what we just learned. Scorpion is a formidable opponent who cannot take off his Scorpion suit, cannot walk, and cannot feed himself.
Oh, God.
What part of that sounds formidable to you?
Oh, the poor guy.
At least, though, we can get on to, like, the final thing we should obviously discuss.
Who's calling?
It's Gabe. I told him.
Alright.
Way into this. Let's go.
And he's ready for Myra?
I don't know. Toy up if we leave.
It's the Scorpion suit itself. 'Cause, like, Matt
Tell him
Gargan
3
himself
minutes.
has relatively few superhuman natural abilities, but he does have the Scorpion suit. So maybe this is his ace in the hole. Maybe this is what makes him such a formidable opponent. Clearly, out of it, he's a guy who can't walk or eat, so he doesn't sound that
Or
scary.
live.
So let's find out. Or live, which I'd argue is probably more important. So let's find out what he can do when he's in it, shall we? Equipment, the Scorpion suit. As the Scorpion, Matt Gargan wears a full-body battle suit, which has undergone several major revisions in his long criminal career. These were always courtesy of third-party suppliers, since Gargan himself possesses no aptitude for engineering. Oh, come on! Even in the bit talking about his signature piece of equipment, it's like, yeah, he's still shit, though. He still has to
You had to throw in there, didn't you?
So here's something I didn't know, actually. The Scorpion suit contains a transparent membrane employed by Justin Hammer, which is placed over Matt Gargan's eye holes, which are covered by a special fluid that would dissolve Spider-Man's webbing. And the reason they did that is because every time he fought Spider-Man, Spider-Man beat him by blinding him with his webbing. And Gargan never upgrades. It's like, oh, God. Oh, and then it also says, well, the Scorpion gloves on his costume had miniature pincers in each hand. Like, they sound, everything about Scorpion sounds so pathetic.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Poor
he can
guy.
spring himself with his tail, and he's got little pincers. It's like Spider-Man punched his jaw off by accident. What's he got? I've got some pincers. He's basically like that Clamps guy from Futurama. Like, he's basically saying, yeah, I can get you with these. Lucas, we can end as we often do on trivia. There's only a few notes about the Scorpion, and they all continue the trend of just dunking on him.
Jesus. Scorpion,
While he
man.
was part of Hammer, he was granted security clearance level 5. We can move straight past that because it's not as interesting as. It was said by Caprice that he has a very weak mind.
Oh, no.
And that his mental defenses are low and that he's easily able to be manipulated by telepaths.
Oh, man.
And then, for some reason, the final bit of trivia about him is he is Islamophobic.
What?
What?
That's just it. He just says Scorpion is Islamophobic.
Oh,
Scorpion. Like, he just says that. It's like, when did that come up in the comics?
I don't know.
Like, is that like, I bet that's like an Easter egg or something where it's like they have on like a splash page of villains' Facebook profiles and just you've got Scorpion sharing some very, very like, you know, shady memes.
Oh, God, man.
Just Lucas, formidable foe.
I feel a bit less sorry for him now.
You know what? I'm glad that he got his jaw punched off.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
Alright, guys, thank you guys for watching this video. If you like the video, do whatever the hell you want. It's not up to me, it's up to you. And me and Nether will see you all in the next video!
Bye.
Bye!
Very
Bye,
good.
heroes!